its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck. There's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His team 5 wins over their last 7 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from Jacksonville. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. And he'll find Hall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He finds his man, complete. It's Battle.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Red on red.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
42-yard line. 11. Hey, go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On the ground with a rookie from Auburn. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. At the 27-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here we go. 70,
and a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
Now again, right side, Wiley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line. 60 Vikings. Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Cup 19.
They'll drop to throw.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
18 Rattler.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Tag. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Wiley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Come on. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Up the middle they go. Wiley. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Let's go. Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
The Broncos at 8-8 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Klein. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
The quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively.
70 Lions. Dragon 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. A touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars back again. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
He gets it to Thomas. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Hey, run.
Lawrence on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right, let's go. Turn.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got a man, that's Hunter. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd down and
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, third and long now. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to air one out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at the 45.
Here's Lawrence.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Now Lawrence. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. Third and 2.
It's a gain of 5.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brady. And a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. That's going deep for Bateman.
And that is incomplete.
So we are deadlocked at the break here. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said,
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Ballard.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wiley able to slither by. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
He finds his man complete. That's Klein.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
1st and goal.
Ready?
8-yard line.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
He finds his man complete. It's Ballard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Lisa 24.
On play action, Lawrence.
Thomas brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On red.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Lawrence going to keep it.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Makes the score.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He finds his man, complete. That's Klein. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Wiley looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Easy. Right, let's go.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
At the 28-yard line.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Lion.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Back to throw.
He's got Johnson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Connecting with Johnson.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Here comes second down.
He's back to throw.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. He'll try to pick it up himself. And
that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. He'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than